LeBlanc waits. Tries a spinorama. Now going back the other way is Paulin with just 5 seconds left. Being pressured by LeBlanc. Board, it's Daigle, waiting, cutting in, going down, leaving for McFadden. From the hash marks to the blue line, Ida with a shot into the glove by Nolan and sent up along the boards. Pass to the middle to Radier, one-on-one against Courts. Here is Nolan. Radier, shot into the glove of Robichaud. The net, LeBlanc, the leading scorer for the Rivermen, puts it up against the boards, blocked by Dufour. Here's a shot from McFadden again. That one glove up against the boards, pass to the middle, Nolan. He's rushing up with speed, pass Burns, going up against Courts, and Robinson looked like he had been offside. Here's Nolan stepping in, loose puck off the pad. Working out of the face-off circle, up for Alain, waiting, shooting, and that one deflected off a body and into the corner. There's Nolan for the short-handed Flyers, missing a solid chunk of players tonight. Here, the whiff shot, potential 2-on-0, walking up, LeBlanc stepping in on a breakaway, the shot, what a... It's the boards, Courts by Dufour and Nolan. Tristan Roy in for some assistance. Dufour trying to pave his way behind the net. Thrown in front city the shot and just missing wide of the net. Courts moving back, cutting in his corner, loose out in front, tap to the side of the net before Robinson takes his place. Robinson up against McCormick. One cleanly by Tudor. What a slap shot. And that one cutting back, moving over to the corner. Burns deflected. It just gets outside the zone. Declan Steves unable to hold it. There's Ward right behind him. On it, sent back to the blue line, off a redirection. McFadden, what the hash marks on the left side, to the middle, one-timer attempt for Robinson, never got through. Another chance, jamming at it, back for Roy, top of the line. McFadden waits, back up for Roy. Roy sidesteps with the shot blocker. Back into the line, Kitchen, Roy, fakes a slap shot. McFadden waits, doesn't fake a shot, and another block from McCormick, so skates back up towards the blue line, up for Alain. Bobbling it a little bit before going across. Out in front, the one-timer off the corner. It's stolen. Paulin out up top. Steves with a shot, banked off a couple skates. Another chance. That one was in the feet of Nolan. Daigle against Burns. It's banked off the skate of Burns, stepping back up. Roy to the middle. Roy with the shot and just couldn't quite get it on. Multiple players pinned up against the boards. Courts in there for the Rivermen to send to the Flyers blue line. The shot turned away for a Paulin one-timer. And he didn't get all of it and just sent it wide. Kept in by Roy. His shot deflected, rebound, tapped by Dufour. It's bumped off by Daigle. Morrison. That one taken away by Nolan. Nolan stepping in the middle of the sharp angle shot. Daigle with the rebound. Behind the net for Kean Daigle. Playing his first game in a U15 AAA hockey. A shot off the boards and it does get out. Steves. Nolan stepping in. Rivermen making changes. Nolan has some room. He shoots. And blocked and turned away against the wall. City. That's set to the middle. Here's McFadden in. Paulin a 2-on-1 defended by Hamilton. Paulin back to McFadden. The shot is over the net. Tristan Roy. Here's Kitchen giving the puck a little kick over for Nolan. Nolan stepping up. Past one. Nolan cutting to the middle. The shot turned away. Robichaud. And the rebound was right out in front. Radier. Blue line. Shot from Alain. He scored. So we see our first goal of the game by the Flyers. Then Radier breaking in with speed. Turned away by a shot from Declan Steves behind the net. Daigle. Back up to the blue line. Another shot from Declan Steves. Looked like he'd been Hamilton up against the boards. Getting pinned up his baskets. Squared out to the middle. Paulin. There's another shot. Fool. Chiasson up against the boards. That one's out of the reach of Shannon. It's back for Courts. Pass up for Basque. Basque. Pierre going up against City. St. Pierre victorious in that battle. Pass in the middle. Blocked in the zone. McFadden the shot from long range. Whoa, walks in with a slap shot. It's redirected. Still loose out in front. They jam away at it. There's Daigle in. They score! Little pass up to the blue line for Steves. Down low, Paulin. Wait. Here's Nolan backhander. And wrong. Sent out, cleared back in by Cameron. Dufour pass to the middle. McFadden the shot, gloved. Back in, McFadden also was there as well. Dufour behind the net. Robinson Skates out in the corner, waits to the middle. Nolan with a shot. Out in the corner, Leblanc sent down, being pinned up against the boards is Nolan. Here's Robinson, out in front, Robinson the shot, loose in the blue paint, trying to get in the middle. That pass intercepted by Poland, and he'll clear it down into the zone. There's the Reggie McCormick going up with a bump. Kitchen holds the line, the shot, and into the glove it goes again. Trying to make a pass, it's in the feet, Dufour trying to find it, Nolan back to the blind. Whoa, stepping up with a heavy slap shot, saving the rebound. Team the other way, Nolan skating up past Morrison. Nolan able to regain possession of the puck, set to the middle. There's a shot, City, and cut up past Morrison. Kept in by Alain. Rivermen collide outside the zone. Sharp angle shot. Dufour trying to shove it in. And the linesman, Alain, pass up Robinson. Tried to find it in between his feet, taking a weird bounce. Here's McFadden stealing and shooting. And into the glove of Robichaud again. Behind the cage of Robichaud. Taking up is Hamilton. Kept in by Legel. The shot, patted away. Ward, backhanded, blocked in by Legel. Across, banked off the wall. Declan Steves waits and shoots. Deflected, right out. Dangle with a shot. Pin McFadden up against the boards. Out of the battle with it is Robinson to the blue line. Legel back for Robinson. Stepping past the ring-out line with a shot. Block, pinching to keep it in. It's Burns trying to run him over and falls in the process. Now skating back up is Chasson stepping in, and we're so the Rivermen bring on their first power play unit. Stepping down, McCormick. Sharp angle shot, score! With some authority behind it. And he gets the Rivermen on the score sheet. Throw it in the middle. Nolan onto the shot by Kitchen. Nolan waiting, backhanded for Roy. His shot deflected. Ruddy looking for it right out in the slot.
Rivermen power play goal.
Nolan stepping to the middle. The shot blocked. And working his way past McCormick. Alain has some room. Here's Nolan trying to get a shot off, and he was tied up. Clearing attempt blocked by Steves. There's a shot. Saves and out of the play. McFadden up against the boards. Dufour sent to the middle for City, being chased by LeBlanc, and Steves down into the corner. Trying to weave around is Robinson. Robinson, Kitchen waiting, shooting, and another save made it up to the blue line. There's a shot from Kitchen, saved. Robinson trying to find the rebound. There's a shot from Ruddy off the blocker. Roy. Dufour stepping into the zone, drops it over for Roy. Roy, Dufour the shot, saved by Robichaud Morrison. That one out of his reach, and will be blocked in by Legel. The shot, Ruddy trying to find it. There's another shot, they score! Battling with Nolan before it's rimmed along the wall. Nolan to the middle, the shot. That puck's behind him, it's taken away, blocked. Whoa, with the shot through traffic, saved by Vincent. Brought out, Poland, blue line, waiting, Kitchen, shooting, saved by Robichaud. To the middle, Roy leading this rush before sending that off for Dufour. Dufour to the middle, let it hit off a body, just corral it on his forehand, down low. Nolan stepping to the middle, sharp angle shot, nets off, Steves off the draw to the blue line. It's Alain waiting, sending it down for Nolan in the face-off circle, trying to send that out in front. No one there. Robinson trying to get a rebound on it. Robinson up to the blue line. Alain down for Robinson against the right board. Sent to the middle. Nolan the shot. Behind his net. Power play now expired. Chasson is out of the box, working his way back up his City. Pass St. Pierre. City with a bit of room. Sharp angle shot. That's turned away by Robichaud. Had almost picked that top corner. Poland down low on the left side, shooting out in front, blocked it away. Roy behind the net, looking out in front. Roy walking with a slap shot, and that one just misses wide. Another backhand, they score! Ruddy who swang in quickly. Ruddy hitting the brakes, working around the net. Hits the brakes again, pressured by Hamilton as he ends up in the corner. Ruddy losing his balance and on the net. Hits the brakes again, pressured by Hamilton as he ends up in the corner. Ruddy losing his balance and falling down hard to the ice. There's Morrison getting his stick. Back to Roy on his own end. Roy then skates up with speed past Shannon. Roy around courts, cutting to the middle now. Backhand to the one-timer Dufour. Blocked off the skates of Alain at the blue line. Shannon again tries to shoot another block by the skates of Alain. Goes across with Roy, shoots. Pressure from Shannon, he then hits Nolan. Nolan streaking out with speed. Here's Nolan dangling in past Hamilton to his backhand and couldn't quite What a save by Robichaud. Ruddy along the board. And here we go, about set for puck drop. The Flyers and the Rivermen capping off March break with a Saturday night showdown here at the K Arena. These two teams currently in a mini 3-game series, where the Flyers have taken the first game 6-1, and the second game in Miramichi by a score of 4-1. And they play their third game straight. In net for the Rivermen is number 31, Mikko Robichaud, who had a stellar performance in that 6-1 defeat. Just getting pummeled with shots all night. And it's Yannick McGrath in net for the Flyers. Off the draw, they quickly take it back and retreat to their own zone. Legal sending across ice for Dufour. Declan Steves back for Leger. Leger steps out, rolls over his blue line. Swerving into the zone, he was poked off by Tristan Roy. At the blue line, stepping in, Paulin trying to find a bouncing puck, going around the net, still with it. Around the cage of Robichaud, he ends up in the right corner before he's hit up against the boards. Declan Steves at the blue line, the shot, low shot, saved by Robichaud. Rivermen try to take it out of their zone. It's blocked in at the blue line from Nolan. Giving it a chop to go back out is St. Pierre. Cleared back in where it's Cameron circling back for it in the corner. Turned over, Nolan again. Being shoved off by LeBlanc. Flyers regain possession once more behind the net. Hitting his brakes is Robinson. Trying to look out in front. Works his way to Ruddy at the blue line. Robinson again along the boards in the offensive zone. They battle up forward in the corner. Still in the offensive zone of the Rivermen. It's been all Flyers so far in this just over the first minute. Kept in. Jaya, the shot. That one's blocked right in front of him. It was Morrison that had found it in the corner. A player goes falling. The Rivermen make a breakout. It's LeBlanc backhanding it. Chopped down by Jaya. Ends up behind the net of McGrath. Jaya in the corner. Trying to work his way out before it hopped over his stick. He now goes D to D for Kitchen, who then sends it up for Robinson. Pressure from St. Pierre, so it ends up being shot right back to the Flyers zone. Pass out from Kitchen goes right to the Rivermen defense. It's Cameron along the boards. That one just out of the reach of Montrose. Jaillet bringing it back in, trying to make his way past Chasson. Still with it, with a nice move past St. Pierre. Lays it off behind the net, McFadden. McFadden curling around, swerving. Waits, leaves it off for Captain Roy. Walks the line, and this one looked to have gone out and then gets shot right back out in the middle. Roy jams on the brakes. Sent it into the zone. Skating back for it is Hamilton. And then back into the board there. City getting blown up right next to the Rivermen bench. They step back in. Here's the shot turned away by McGrath. Digging at it is Montrose, and that will end play. Off the defensive zone draw, it's Wall putting it out to the blue line. Chasing back for it is Callum Shannon, being pressured and chased by Nolan. Going around his cage, now has to meet City. Still works out. Shannon still with possession as he works through the neutral zone. Gets his stick lifted, ended up leaving that one off for McCormick. In the corner, McCormick hits Roy, now getting pressured by Bass. Roy finds his way outside the zone. Jackson Steves working up, making his return to the lineup after an injured thumb. He has been out for about a week. He shoots in the glove of Robichaud, and that will end. So face off to the left of Robichaud. Still the Flyers dominating and protruding in that offensive zone where they are known to have the majority of their play. There's just over 3 minutes left, trying to walk in with Roy. Accidentally left off. Shot from Stewart that just misses the net wide. Declan Steves, a pass up for Dufour along the right. Dufour trying to step his way past Walsh, working in. Dufour trying to get a shot off. And upended by Walsh with the tremendous back check. A glorious effort to reject Dufour of a scoring chance. Potential 2-on-1 before it's swatted away by Leger. Trying to step through center. He moves over the red line and immediately dumps it into the zone. Walsh and St. Pierre chasing on it for the Rivermen. Flyers end up with possession. Collisions happening out in front, left behind the net. Waiting, looking out in front. McFadden to the blue line. Jaya steps to the middle with a shot that it went well wide. Steves back into the zone behind the net, being chased on by McFadden and St. Pierre. It's taken by the Rivermen defense. Saucer pass out to the middle, let it hit off the back of Stewart. Now stepping back in, McFadden waiting. That's Ruddy rather with a shot. That one blocked right out in front, but it looked like that's St. Pierre. Behind the net, Robinson being pressured up by Walsh. It's rimmed along the boards to the blue line, waiting. Shot from Kitchen that had just barely not made its way through. And the Rivermen back the other way. There's a shot from Leblanc off the iron and outside the zone. It'll go for Ruddy, who left off for Nolan. Stepping up past Jasson. Nolan working his way in. A stick has gone flying. Now working back. Jaillet with the shot. Blocked out in front. The rebound. Another save from Robichaud. Ruddy. Flyers try to work their way back out. Jaillet steps his way past courts. The shot upstairs. They score! It's a Jamie Jaillet stepping into the zone along the right. Had made his way past courts. Had made no mistakes sending that one upstairs and into the net. Talking about an offensive defenseman. And Jamie Jaillet, he's been known to put the puck in the net, and now just 30 games, he has gone his 15th goal. And he has been very impressive so far this season, racking up a lot of goals for his squad. And that goal will come under just over 5 minutes expired in period one. Jaillet gets the Flyers on the board, and that goal will go unassisted, I do believe. Behind his own net is Roy. Works his way into the corner. A big hit along the boards by Montrose. Only problem, it's from behind, and he's going to go off for what seems to be boarding. Should be at the bottom of your screen right there. Still waiting on the official penalty. Penalty still yet to go up on the board. Delay as we try to get the penalty up on the board. It's a 1-0 Flyers game if you're just tuning in. That goal scored by Jamie Jaillet, who had stepped in, had found it in the neutral zone along the right boards, stepped in past a Rivermen defenseman and lifted it up above the shoulder of Robichaud. And there we go. It looks like we have the penalty on the board. And we'll begin play once more. Face off again to the left of Robichaud. It's a 2-minute Flyers power play. Trying to step into the zone was Alain. Falling down, he ends up turning it over in the process. It's shot back to the Flyers' end. McGrath laying it off for Alain. He sends it rink wide. McFadden trying to work his way in on St. Pierre. Hits the brakes, looks up towards the line. Roy, Alain waits. Had slipped off his stick. Took a moment to regather. Alain waiting as two Rivermen on him. Roy across, wide open. McFadden stepping in, the shot turned away by Robichaud. Just over 6 minutes played so far in this contest. It's still just a 1-0 Flyers lead, although they've been dominating so far. Leger to Steves with a shot and just missed the net, and it will come outside and free the zone. Declan Steves waits. Leger sent across for Nolan. Nolan with 97 points, 3 points to crack triple digits, working his way around the net. Nolan waiting. Still waiting before going up to the line. Ligel back for Nolan. Nolan steps in. Sends a light dish off to Ligel once more after faking a shot. Back for Nolan. Waiting. Shoots. And saved by the glove of Robichaud. Just trying to get a shot through traffic. It does make its way through, but it's tracked by Robichaud the whole way there. Still Flyers on the man advantage. Less than a minute left to go in it. Shot in, McFadden. Finding in the corner, sent out in front, ramped off the stick of Robichaud. It's Jaya racing to keep it in. Successfully does, sauces it over to the other side. McFadden waiting, going across. Jaya down low, back for Jaya. Bouncing puck, had to be careful. And sent across. Here's Kitchen trying to go back door. Loose puck, McFadden trying to corral it in the corner. Bowden McFadden waits out in front, trying to get the pass off. Moving back way is Kitchen. Kitchen again. Jaya waiting, shooting. Looked in front. The shot rebound turned away by Robichaud as the penalty expires. And another save made by Robichaud and some rough stuff afterwards. Face-off going outside into the neutral zone. Closer to the Rivermen net as they make some repairs to the net. It was knocked off in the midst of that scrum. Flyers with possession, sharp angle shot. Looked like that was from Jackson Steves. He then goes up to the blue line, kept in by Roy, who had to turn around. There's a shot. Had taken a weird bounce and it looked like it had gone off the post. And another chance, and this one to be stopped. Again, another close call for the Dieppe Flyers. Awfully close on multiple instances for their second goal of the game. They've dominated so far, as they have done in the past 2 games against the Rivermen. It's cleared out into neutral ice. Alain turning around, a no-look pass for Roy. Trying to dish it off, and it hit off the leg of Morrison. Alain had waited to go in, then curled back to center. Jackson Steves along the board, trying to see Alain. It's Courts sending it back to his D partner, a pass up for Basque. Shot out, it looked like it had gone off a Flyer stick, so no icing. Behind the net, Alain trying to get that outlet pass over to Steves. It's out to the middle. Basque clearing it back in. Alain trying to step up past Morrison. He flips it high in the air, caught by Walsh. Walsh giving it away. Out in front, backhander rejected by Robichaud in front. Almost a big hit laid by Dufour on Basque. Sent to the blue line. Ligel has some space, uses it, walks in with a shot. Again, blocked off the stick of Robichaud. Another shot, Dufour with a save from Robichaud once more. Robichaud has been busy tonight. On the other end, McGrath so far 9 minutes gone, hasn't had to do too much work tonight. His offense been leading the way. A shot attempt from Poland never got all the way through. Rimmed along the boards, kept in. Ligel trying to step in. He was bodied off and taken down afterwards. A big collision on the left side of the screen. Rivermen again try to clear out. There's Lejal, still unable to get up. Pass over, Declan Steves waits and shoots low. It's deflected, and the rebound's taken away and sent along the boards. Lejal shoots it back behind the net. Hamilton chasing it. There's Courts, laying a backhander across the other side, looking to get to Chesson. Leblanc also in the draw, and multiple Flyers accompanying them. It's sent to the middle. The shot saved, turned away by Robichaud, and that one covered. And approaching halfway through this first, another shot turned away by the pad of Robichaud. It's the Flyers offense so far that has very much carried the weight of this game, spending most of the time in the zone of the Rivermen. Jaya trying to step down again along that right side. This time he is unsuccessful. Nolan, blue line, waiting, shooting, and turned away by Robichaud once more. And goes right into his chest. Again, one body screening, but not impossible to save. Rivermen, the attempt to clear, sent back in by Jaya, going around the net, extending his stick out for it is McFadden, unable to do so. St. Pierre attempted to clear. It's Nolan trying to step his way back in. Shot in the zone by Kitchen again, trying to scramble and find it in his feet. Nolan to the middle, one-timer attempt from Robinson. Here's Nolan again with it, trying to find the bouncing puck. Leaves it off for Robinson. Robinson trying to step in. Now had a little bit of a stick battle with Ward. Blue line, Jaya works his way in. The shot blocked out in front by Rivermen. Another shot from Radji. That one was blocked. He finds his rebound out in the corner. Steps up towards the hash marks, goes down behind the net. Robinson waits, sends it back where he just came from, behind the cage. St. Pierre around the boards to try to get that one from Morrison, stepping in his Kitchen. Kitchen forcing behind the net. The shot out in front. That one just missed the right post. Nolan waits to the middle, shooting his Steves, and blocked out in front and cleared outside the Rivermen zone. Back for his Kitchen, laying a pass up for Jaya. Jaya stepping in, shoots from long range off the glass and behind the net. Hamilton had been battling with the Flyer behind the net, trying to work his way out in front with City. Pass out in front, still loose between a couple feet. Where is it? It's taken back by McFadden. Sent up to the blue line. Alain, rink wide. Whoa, the shot. That one had been blocked right out in front. Looked like that's Shannon with the big body. A hard target to try to shoot that one through. In the center ice, Flyers regather. It's Alain, rink wide for Roy. He tried to center that one out over from McFadden. It's sent back in the Rivermen. Shannon giving it away to McFadden, who makes the wise decision to dump it into the zone. Stewart being pinned up along against the boards. Still continuing with the puck battles. No one a clear winner for possession before it's taken by the Rivermen. Potential 3-on-2. Stepping up McCormick, trying to cut to the middle and send that one for Stewart. It's finally Stewart that gets it with a long range shot, deflected right outside the right post. Almost a beautiful redirection. Stepping in, St. Pierre. He's angled out by Roy. Stepping with it, Stewart with the toe drag to get around one. It's shot back to the blue line for St. Pierre. Back behind the net, McFadden. He's going to be chased on by McCormick, who successfully retrieves the puck. It's left off for Alain. Steves, one-timer sent right to the blue line. St. Pierre stepping in on Alain. Steves, blue line, waits. The shot deflected. Then behind the net it'll go. Roy in the corner, trying to throw it out. That had gone off the glove. I believe that was Stewart. St. Pierre sent across to his D partner. Stewart working his way back in. The shot deflected and ramped off the stick of Mathieu Roy, and will go way high and up into the netting. And here's the chance earlier from the Rivermen. A shot in the zone from Stewart. at the corner of the blue line. It takes a weird redirection that looks like it's the stick of McCormick that actually knocked it down and almost put it in to tie the game. Paulin finds it around the ringette line, then sends it up to center. Here's Sam Nolan speeding by Hamilton, trying to dangle around Courts. Courts laying a backhander out. Paulin trying to step in. He was muscled off by Tristan Roy. Roy making his way behind the net before he shoved off the puck. Blue line, Declan Steves, that one that just ramped over his stick. D pass Lijal. Shot across, stepping back in is Paulin. Paulin bumped by Courts and still finds it out in the corner. Has to be careful. There's Courts coming with a crushing hit. Nolan trying to steam by Hamilton. Sent down Paulin. Bumped by LeBlanc. LeBlanc finding it back and sending it for Basque. Basque trying to send it to the middle or for his teammate being McCormick. That's Roy rather. Lijal. Behind the back pass for Declan Steves. Steves a pass up. This one doesn't hit Robinson and will go effectively for an icing. At just 5:35 left in the first. If you're just tuning in, 1-0 Flyers lead. That goal is from Jamie Jaillet back earlier in the period. The offensive zone face-off for the Rivermen. Ward trying to get a shot off, and his stick was tied up and couldn't get much of it. Sent out against the boards for Radier. Back for McFadden. McFadden steaming his way through center. Makes a couple moves and is shoved off by Walsh. McFadden curling towards the corner, then curling back towards the net. Backhander trying to get that in front for Robinson, and he was stick checked off the puck before given the opportunity to shoot. Ward trying to move it through the legs of Jaillet. Gets it back. The shot just missing the net. May have taken... McGrath may have taken a piece of it with his blocker. Chasson waiting. Trying to backhand that off or for Walsh. Cleared back into the zone. Here's Walsh clearing it back in order for the Rivermen to get some fresh troops on the ice. Kitchen stopping behind his net. Had pressure from Ward. Lays a nice pass up for Robinson, who sees Radier. Radier stepping by Courts, trying to throw that in front for Nolan. Loose at the side of the net, and we'll have a whistle. Although that puck had not looked to have ever been covered. Off the draw. Couple tie-ups before the Flyers get possession. It's Nolan trying to step in. He was triple teamed. Had lost a stick in the process, and the Rivermen clear and exit the zone. It's Courts stepping in before poke check by Roy. Trying to move his way in was Ward. Shannon going up against, looked like that had been City up against the boards. Wall up for Steves. Jackson Steves being pinnable on the boards. Nolan in there to help, as well as City. Shannon there for the Rivermen. And now it's shot back out. Steaming back is Stewart. Being pressured up by an amp against the board. Stewart waiting, going up top, and will have to exit his zone and regather. Stewart slams it against the board. Roy waits, goes across. Declan Steves up against the boards for Jackson Steves. Passing a big hit attempt and falling down in the neutral zone. There's McFadden. Rimmed along back behind the net, and will be icing against the Rivermen. So still just one goal in this hockey game so far. And that has been from Jamie Jaillet at 14:51 of the first, and that goal went unassisted. And here are the Rivermen exiting the zone before stripped of the puck by Paulin. There's Paulin being double hit. Looked like Morrison had been there, and we'll have a penalty call in the scrum. and it's Nolan Robinson of the Dieppe Flyers. The culprit will have a different look at it. And hard to tell there exactly what had happened. Seemed to have been in retaliation. Face-off one, the shot off the pad of McGrath. Rivermen still with it. Roy sent across to the other corner. Leblanc to the blue line. Saint-Pierre back for Leblanc. Works his way to the middle. Hits the brakes. Has a shot saved and turned away by McGrath. A bit of digging after the whistle from Morrison. Declan Steeves and Degel going to slowly pin him up against the boards behind the net. Still a decent bit of time to go on the Rivermen man advantage before it's quickly cleared out here by Bowden McFadden. Checking down deep into the zone. Believe that's Jackson Steeves. The Rivermen bring it up with speed. It's Roy cutting in. The shot blocked off the feet of Jaillet and shot back out by Kitchen. Now want to go down the ice. Robichaud having to quickly shoot it up against the boards. Dufour in there pressuring him tight. McFadden going to have a trip back to his own end for shooting it off the linesman right against the boards. Rivermen try to bring it out. In center ice, it's found in the feet of Paulin, and he'll make no mistake sending it into the corner, this time not hitting a linesman. Saint-Pierre starts the breakout, lays a perfect pass over across to the other side for Stewart, who tries to work his way in, and he's out-muscled by Matteo Roy. Clearing attempt, blocked and caught by Courts. Shannon left off for Courts to the line. Saint-Pierre trying to find it in his feet. Here's Radier skating up with speed with Hamilton. Radier all alone, the shot scores! It's Nathan Radier short-handed, poking it loose at the blue line. It was in the feet of Dallas Hamilton. He makes no mistake finding it in his feet and then putting on the Jets to outspeed him and fire into the back of the net. And Nathan Radier always great on the penalty kill. That'll give him double-digit goals. That's his 10th of the season, playing in his 30th game. So we now see a 2-goal lead for the Dieppe Flyers in the late stages of the first period. Penalty now expired. So it's 5-on-5. Anad behind the net. He had been hit up by Ward Shannon, battling with Nolan. Nolan now, he turns on the Jets and steams up the middle. Upon entering the red line, he shoots it in behind the net. Now Flyers with their forecheck. Pressuring out in the corner, Nolan there, McCormick. Shannon in there as well for the Rivermen. And there's Shannon shooting out towards the board. Stewart trying to outspeed Declan Steeves. Sent back for Jackson Steeves. Walking in was City offside. And some confusion on where the faceoff will take place. It'll go to the right side, far side from the benches. Here we go, last 20 seconds. Leger steams up and shoots it into the zone. Walsh unable to get it. Sharp angle shot. City, that one off the outside of the post. Jackson Steeves trying to throw that one out in front. Rimmed up along the boards, taken by Montrose. to the line, kept in by Declan Steves. And they'll say there's something wrong with the net. We have just under 6 seconds. Flyers are going to have to manage to quickly win the faceoff and get a shot off right away. Faceoff goes to the right of Robichaud, who has been incredibly solid in this first period, only letting 2 slip by. And those on breakaways. And that'll be the end of period 1. It's a 2-0 lead in favor of the Flyers. If you are just tuning in, those goals scored by Jamie Jaillet at 14:51 and Ruddy just recently shorthanded at 1:31. This ends our first period. We'll be back in 10 minutes for period 2 of Saturday night action, Flyers and Rivermen. LeBlanc waits, tries a spinorama, now going back the other way is Paulin with just 5 seconds left, being pressured by LeBlanc. Boards, it's Daigle, waiting, cutting in, going down, leaving for McFadden. From the hash mark, LeBlanc, wait, show he ends up in the right corner before he's hit up against the boards. Declan Steves at the blue line, the shot, low shot, saved. Sent it into the zone, skating back for it is Hamilton. And then backhanded up against the board there, City getting blown. And then backhanded up against the board there, City getting blown up right next to the Rivermen bench. They step back in, here's the shot, turned away by Jackson Steves, working up, making his return to the lineup after an injured thumb. He has been out for about a week. He shoots in the glove of Robo. Their play. There's just over 3 minutes left, trying to walk in with Roy. Accidentally left off. Shot from Stewart that just misses the net. Robinson being pressured up by Walsh. It's rimmed along the boards to the blue line, waiting. Shot from Kitchen that had the blue line, waiting. Shot from Kitchen that had just barely not made its way through. And the Rivermen back the other way. There's a shot from LeBlanc off for Ruddy, who left off for Nolan. Stepping up past Jasson. Nolan working his way in. A stick has gone flying. Now working back. Jaillet with the shot. Blocked out of front. Flyers try to work their way back out. Jaillet steps his way past courts. The shot upstairs. They score. The Flyers on the board, and that goal will go unassisted, I do believe. Behind his own net is Roy. Works his way into the corner a bit. And that waiting is 2 Rivermen on him. Roy across, wide open. McFadden stepping in, the shot turned away. And Legel back for Nolan. Nolan steps in. Sends a light dish off to Legel once more after faking a shot. Back for Nolan. Waiting, shoots. And save. Back way is Kitchen. Kitchen again. Jaya waiting, shooting. Looked in front. The shot. And another save made by Roisho. And some rough stuff afterwards. Sharp angle shot. Looked like that was from Jackson Steves. He then goes up to the blue line. Kept in by Roy, who had to turn around. There's a shot. Had taken a weird Morrison. He flips it high in the air. Caught by Walsh. Walsh giving it away. Out in front. Backhander in front. Almost a big hit laid by Dufour on Basque. Sent to the blue line. Legel has some space. Uses it. Walks in with a shot. Again, Blanc never got all the way through. Rimmed along the boards. Kept in. Legel trying to step in. He was bodied off and taken down afterwards. And multiple flyers accompanying them. It's sent to the middle. The shot saved. Turned away by Rowe. Trying to step down again along that right side. This time he's unsuccessful. Nolan, blue line, waiting, shooting. And turned away by Rowe in front. That one just missed the right post. Nolan waits to the middle. Shooting is Steves. And stepping up McCormick. Trying to cut to the middle and send that one for Stewart. It's finally Stewart that gets it with a long range shot. Deflected right before given the opportunity to shoot. Ward trying to move it through the legs of Jaye. Gets it back. The shot just missed home before stripped of the puck by Paulin. There's Paulin being double hit. Looks like Morrison had been there and will have. Face off one. The shot off the corner. LeBlanc to the blue line. Saint Pierre. Back for LeBlanc. Works his way to the middle. Hits the brakes. Has a shot saved and turned away by McGrone. Believe that's Jackson Steves. The Rivermen bring it up with speed. It's Roy cutting in. The shot blocked off the feet of Jacques. Starts the breakout. Lays a perfect pass over across to the other side for Stewart, who tries to work his way in, and he's out. Must left off for Courts to the line. Saint Pierre trying to find it in his feet. Here's Radier skating up with speed with Hamilton. Radier all alone. The shot score. LeBlanc waits, tries to spin a Rama. Now going back the other way is Paulin with just 5 seconds left, being pressured by LeBlanc. Show he ends up in the right corner before he's hit up against the boards. Declan Steves at the blue line. The shot, low shot, saved. Sent it into the zone. Skating back for it is Hamilton. And then back into the against the board there. City getting blown. And then back into the against the board there. City getting blown up right next to the Rivermen bench. They step back in. Here's the shot turned away by Jackson Steves, working up, making his return to the lineup after an injured thumb. He has been out for about a week. He shoots in the glove of Robert. Their play. There's just over 3 minutes left. Trying to walk in with Raw. Accidentally left off. Shot from Stewart that just misses the net. Robinson being pressured up by Walsh. It's rimmed along the boards to the blue line. Waiting. Shot from Kitchen that had the blue line. Waiting. Shot from Kitchen that had just barely not made its way through. And the Rivermen back the other way. There's a shot from LeBlanc off for Radier, who left off for Nolan. Stepping up past Jasson. Nolan working his way in. A stick has gone flying. Now working back. Shaya with the shot. Blocked out of front. Flyers try to work their way back out. Jaillet steps his way past courts. The shot upstairs. They score. The Flyers on the board, and that goal will go unassisted, I do believe. Behind his own net is Roy. Works way into the corner a bit. And that waiting is two Rivermen on him. Roy across, wide open. McFadden stepping in. The shot turned away. And Legel back for Nolan. Nolan steps in. Sends a light dish off to Legel once more after faking a shot. Back for Nolan. Waiting, shoots. And save. Back way is Kitchen. Kitchen again. Jaillet waiting, shooting. Looked in front. The shot. And another save made by Roacho, and some rough stuff afterwards. Sharp angle shot. Looked like that was from Jackson Steves. He then goes up to the blue line, kept in by Roy, who had to turn around. There's a shot. Had taken a weird Morrison. He flips it high in the air, caught by Walsh. Walsh giving it away. Out in front, backhander in front. Almost a big hit laid by Dufour on Basque. Sent to the blue line. Legel has some space. Uses it. Walks in with a shot. Again, Blanc never got all the way through. Rimmed along the boards. Kept in. Legel trying to step in. He was bodied off and taken down afterwards. And multiple Flyers accompanying them. It's sent to the middle. The shot saved. Turned away by Rowe. Trying to step down again along that right side. This time he is unsuccessful. Nolan, blue line, waiting, shooting. And turned away by Rowe in front. That one just missed the right post. Nolan waits to the middle. Shooting is Steves. And stepping up McCormick. Trying to cut to the middle and send that one for Stewart. It's finally Stewart that gets it with a long range shot. Deflected right before given the opportunity to shoot. Ward trying to move it through the legs of Jaillet. Gets it back. The shot just missed home before stripped of the puck by Paulin. There's Paulin being double hit. Looks like Morrison had been there, and we'll have face off one. The shot off the corner. LeBlanc to the blue line. St. Pierre back for LeBlanc. Works his way to the middle. Hits the brakes. Has a shot saved and turned away by McGrone. Believe that's Jackson Steves. The Rivermen bring it up with speed. It's Roy cutting in. The shot blocked off the feet of Jaillet. Starts the breakout. Lays a perfect pass over across to the other side for Stewart, who tries to work his way in, and he's out. Must left off for Courts to the line. St. Pierre trying to find it in his feet. Here's Radier skating up with speed with Hamilton. Radier all alone. The shot score. And back for the second period. Rivermen start this period off on the man advantage. Just over a minute played so far. In to take the draw is Ward, going up against what would have been Nolan. Gets a replacement to step into the face-off circle. Quickly shot up by the Flyers. This one going to be kept in by Hamilton. Another clearing attempt. This one will go under the stick of Hamilton. Quartz in the center. Being shoved off by Poland. Hamilton trying to send it across. Nolan backhanded down into the zone. Behind the net of Robichaud, it's Ward. Along for Quartz. Quartz behind his own net. Here's pressure from Nolan. Hitting him into the corner. It's loose out in front. Poland waits and shoots off the iron again. 2 shots so far off that exact same left post on the near net. Last one last period from the Rivermen. Nolan trying to step in. Unsuccessful, but a penalty is drawn. Ref's hand is up. Ward touching up. Or it looks like this one's going to be against the Flyers. Must have been something that had happened behind the play. It's going to be a 5-on-3. This one going dangerously close to the net before Ward picks it up. Hits the brakes. Robichaud now out of the net. Touched up by Radier. It's going to be a 5-on-3. Unsure of who's getting penalized. It's Kitchen. So look to have happened behind the play. Here's Robinson trying to dangle his way to the middle. This is when the penalty happened. So just under a minute of 5-on-3 time for the Northern Rivermen. A perfect opportunity to get on the board. There's a shot attempt on the blue line. Another one teeing it up and shooting it just wide is Stewart. Rivermen down with it again. It's Roy making his way across the net, out into the right corner. Ringette line, works his way in the shot, and that one blocked. Looked like that's Declan Steves out in front, redirecting it into the corner. Some shoving him against the board. Stewart giving it away. McFadden trying to split the D, and he backhands it down into the zone. Stewart getting stick-lifted by McFadden, trying to take possession. It's Stewart finding it at his own feet. Josh Stewart up with speed. Works his way inside the blue line, drops it off. LeBlanc with the shot, and they score! And the Rivermen get on the score sheet on this 5-on-3. And it looks like it's their leading point scorer, Caleb LeBlanc, with a perfect drop pass from Stewart and sniping it just past McGrath. It looked like he had gone most of it. And that gets his team leading 25th goal of the season so far. The Flyers still remain short-handed for 1 minute and 15. Kitchen still serving his time in the box. But Caleb Long has gotten the Rivermen on the board in what is now a 2-1 game. Rivermen still with it in the offensive zone, working his way behind the net. Lejeune has some room, trying to make a pass up. Wheeling down the left side is Robinson. His pass, Nolan back for Robinson. Pass it in front of the saucer will go end up at the line for Alain. Sent down for Roy. He maneuvers it along for Nolan behind the net. Stepping along his backhand. Nolan in the corner. Up. Here's Alain waiting. Back for Nolan, and this pass is just out of his reach. Hamilton pressuring Robinson in the corner. McCormick and Nolan both with him for their respective teams. Nolan digging, finding it. Now has Hamilton to deal with. There's McCormick in before he backhands that up towards the blue line. Anna waits and shoots. It's redirected right out to Robichaud. That will end the play just with 5 seconds left on the penalty call. Ligeau off the face-off win. Center cross working his way back. Declan Steves to the blue line. Jaillet center cross back to the blue line. It's McFadden rather. Centered in front, trying to lend that to City. Here's Ligeau cutting back. McFadden quarterbacking this man advantage. Working his way in. Ligeau cuts back, curls back once more. It's sent free for City. Across, stepped his way in the shot. They score! And then the Flyers capitalize on the man advantage. It's Declan Steves with a low shot. Stepping in from the blue line. And the Flyers have taken a 3-1 lead. So with 15-11 in the second, Declan Steves makes it a 3-1 game. The last Rivermen goal, they have credited to Tristan Roy. Very clearly, LeBlanc with the shot, loose out in front, digging in the blue paint. And a whistle, and here we go, some rough stuff going down in the ice as Ward. Chesson in trying to battle the body of Nolan. And nothing too major looking. And right in front, it looks like that's Jackson Steves just trying to get a stick on it. That's lifted in the air just a little bit above the pad. That is a sure goal. Dufour trying to go to the blue line. That hit off the backhand of Jaillet. He now races back to his own end. Being chased by Montrose. He leaves it off the boards for Kitchen. Kitchen waits, throws it across, and this is going to be icing against the Flyers at 14:38 in the second period. Offensive draw coming up for the Rivermen. That one to the left of McGrath. Into center. Here's Paulin. He has McFadden with him. McFadden trying to move his way to his forehand, and it just slid off in front of him. Almost a perfectly played 2-on-1. Robinson, blue line. Whoa, with a shot, just missing the net. Rebound is sent behind the net off the backhand of Liam Paulin. There's a hit from Robinson. McFadden waiting, trying to cut around the net. Pressure from Saint-Pierre to the blue line. Matteo Roy waits, shoots off the blocker of Robichaud. Robinson put behind the net. McFadden being chased by LeBlanc. Behind him is Saint-Pierre with the puck. Along the boards it'll go for Roy. He's pressured by Alain, who's applying some great forecheck as a defenseman. That one through the legs of Basque, and now for Caleb LeBlanc. Trying to move through. Looks like that's Paulin playing some defense. Roy banked against the boards, someone just out of the reach of Robinson, then poked away. Here's Nolan up with speed. Sam Nolan cutting to the middle, and a great save made from Robichaud on the speedy Sam Nolan. Would have been ever so close to his 98th point, and cleared down by the Rivermen, and will go for icing. At just under 13 and a half remaining in period 2. Flyers sending out the line of Radier, Nolan, and City. And for the Rivermen, it's McCormick, Ward, and what looks to be Stewart. There's a shot blocked away out in front. Stewart along the boards. Here's Shannon trying to step his way up. Ligeau waiting, then looks back. Radier along the wall, then left off. Here's Sam Nolan trying to split the D with a nice move and barely couldn't control the puck. It's sent into the bench of the Flyers, and we'll have an offensive zone face-off coming up for Dieppe. Face off to the left of Robichaud, won by the Flyers over Stewart. Almost potentially breaking out of the zone. Courts left off for McCormick. Shot back in by the Flyers behind the net. It's Courts waiting. Being chased by Jackson Steves and turned around and sends it the opposite way. Hamilton passed out for Shannon. Kept in by Dufoul. Robichaud waiting. Caught in the feet of Courts, then rimmed along for Stewart. Made his way past him and for Jayet. Dufoul setting in. McFadden trying to push his way past Courts. Jackson Steves waits and throws a light dish behind the net. Hamilton pass up right through center. Picked off by McFadden. Backhander off the feet of Hamilton. This one kept in by Jayet. Tries to steam his way in. Jayet goes up against Stewart. Flyers will manage to keep it in the zone. Bouncing puck all the way back for Courts on the left side. Move his way back down in the corner, and we'll throw it up, and this one's going to go all the way down the ice. And icing against the Rivermen. Flyers off the draw. Whoa, shot. That one tipped down by Montrose. Nolan. Shot back in behind the net. Backhanded out by Cameron for Chesson. Chesson trying to step up on Alain. Both of them give each other a bump. Whoa. Leaving that one off. Pass up for Paulin as they exit the zone. Left off for Nolan. Nolan steaming in. A shot. That one's saved and turned away by Robichaud. Thrown out in front. Paulin almost with it before it's shot out by Chesson, but kept in by the stick of Roy, who had turned around and knocked it down. Paulin hitting up Saint-Pierre. Nolan finding it behind the net, looks out in front. There's a pass. It's in between a couple feet. Paulin still trying to find it, and he's taken down into the corner. Looking like some fans wanted a penalty with that. Saint-Pierre up against the boards. This one to be kept in by Alain. The shot misses, rebound almost sends its way right in the crease. Paulin, the solid check up against the boards. There was Roy going after him. Robinson laying off a hit from Montrose. Robinson still with it. Moving his way past Chesson, going up to the blue line. The pass. And they'll say it was out of the zone. And a little scrum happening. Chesson, Alain. Montrose is in with them. And here's and it's Alain that'll go to the box. Although it looked like he had two Rivermen on him. Is this going to be the only penalty? You know, it's Ward going to the box as well. And Paulin. We'll take a quick break as they try to get these penalties sorted. There's the other scrum happening in the corner. Main one happening towards the blue line. coming out of that, a 5-on-3. LeBlanc with the shot, saved by McGrath. Looked like he'd been behind him. So the Rivermen with another glorious chance to try to get on the board and make this a one-goal game once more. We'll have to see exactly what these penalty calls are. The last Flyers goal on the man advantage, it was Declan Steeves from City and DeGel at 15-11. And here are the Rivermen on a two-man advantage. Roy, pass to the left side, up to the boards, it's Stewart. Stewart across, Hamilton stepping in with the shot. This one just misses the pad of McGrath and goes wide of the net. Pass to the middle, kept in by the Rivermen. Stewart, Hamilton, waits, back for Steeves. Declan Steeves waits, is pressured by Courts down low. They shoot it out and clear this one behind the net of Robichaud, and a chance for the Flyers to get some changes going. Stewart, LeBlanc, skating it past the blue line. LeBlanc stepping in, curling back, trying to set up this man advantage. Stewart trying to get a shot off, had slid off his stick, and this one will end up into neutral ice. Under a minute to go on this 5-on-3. Being played very well by the Flyers thus far. Shot never made it through, then they score! And the Rivermen capitalize again on a 5-on-3. Looked like an initial shot had been blocked by LeBlanc. That replay right there, not the one we are looking for, but it's still a man advantage for the Rivermen. Rivermen still on the man advantage. This game still gets tight. Referees talking with head coach Alex Armworthy of the Dieppe Flyers. And here we go, another face-off, won by the Flyers and quickly brought in by Matteo Roy, stepping on Saint-Pierre. Roy behind the net, thrown it in front. No one there. It ends up with a perfect pass out in the middle for Morrison. Taken back by the Flyers. They step in, work his way in. What a move, McFadden, but he's behind the net. Flyers with it at the blue line. Walking out was Robinson. Still managing to kill this penalty off. Shannon across back. Try to get that back for Shannon. Out of the reach of St. Pierre as well. It's all the way back for Roy in the Flyers' end. Shutout sent back in by McCormick. Waiting, there's a massive collision. And they score right after. And here we go, a potential fight. The Rivermen have tied up 3-3. Sticks flying in the air. And a brawl right behind the net of McGrath. He sits and watches. It was in there. One ref and both linesmen are in there. And tough to see who's involved in the fight. And a Saturday night fight between the Flyers and the Rivermen. This game's tied. And getting physical, it's Jaya heading to the box for the Flyers and Morrison heading to the sin bin for the Rivermen. We'll see if there's any extra penalties that come out of this. And after all that, the Flyers will get the extra minor. And out of all those penalties, Robinson for 2 minutes, Jaya for 2 minutes, Jaya with a 10-minute unsportsmanlike, and Morrison with a 2-minute roughing, and also a 10-minute misconduct. So they are gone for this period. They will be back for the third. And the Rivermen going back to the man advantage. A spot where the Flyers have struggled on their penalty kill, especially the 5-on-3. Very hard to defend. And that second Rivermen goal, it's Stewart from LeBlanc at 9:15. And it looks like they may have taken the goal off or not scored. Right before the fight, it looked like the puck had gone in. A bit tough to see from our angle. Behind the net, Courts hitting up Roy. Cleared along the boards, Hamilton barely going to keep it in. A great job. Sent across. That one in the feet of Courts. Up top for Stewart. Down for Courts at the ringette line along the left. Waits. Chucks it along the board. Hamilton. Waits, looks up top for Roy. Roy waiting, shooting, and this one didn't leave the ice surface and went just wide left of the net. Just over 30 seconds to go. Stewart with Nolan. Skating it with speed. Stewart could be all alone, and back checking is Leger to prevent what could have been a breakaway. St. Pierre sent down for McCormick. Pinning up Roy behind the net. Clock still ticking for the Rivermen. There's a fake wraparound looking out in front, and McGrath not biting. It's sent down all the way to the Rivermen zone. Robichaud behind the net for Cameron. Quincy Cameron stepping out before passing, trying to get that one to Shannon, and intercepted by Robinson and shot back in to the Rivermen zone. Cameron and Hamilton being pinned up against the boards. Robinson out in front. The shot turned away by Robichaud on Dufour. Then he's sent down by McCormick. Shot out. Had gone into the feet of a Flyers defenseman, and we're going to have another penalty call. And maybe more to come. So McCormick is in the box for the Rivermen. So Flyers with a 2-minute man advantage. McCormick to the box, a 2-minute minor. We'll see the official call in a minute. Sent down. Pass back up by McFadden. McFadden again on the ringette line. Across. Nolan. Nolan stepping up. Goes to the blue line. Deschel stepping in with a shot. Almost deflected in by McFadden, who was waiting back door. Alain. A soft dish up to the blind for Deschel. This one blocked in by Hamilton, and he'll successfully throw it all the way down the ice. There's McGrath stepping out of the net. We got another penalty call. What looked to have been behind the play. And unsure who this is going against. It's a cross check. It looks like it's against the Rivermen. So 5-on-3 now for the Dieppe Flyers. Pass down McFadden. Up for Nolan. He's at the line, sent across for Roy, stepping in the shot off the bar. What a snipe that just didn't go in the net. Here's Nolan with a shot, bar down and out. There's another shot and they score. It's McFadden that's going to get the goal after 2 bar downs and out from the Flyers, coming from Roy and Nolan. The Flyers capitalize on the 5-on-3. Now McCormick out of the box. He had 2 minutes for slashing. And Dallas Hamilton, he's in the box. 2 minutes for a cross-check still for just under a minute and a half. It's a 4-2 game in favor of the Flyers. stepping in. Radier waiting. The shot just misses the post. Kept in by Kitchen. Pass down for Roy. Radier in the corner. Up for Roy. Hovering up the blue line. Robinson waits, shoots, saved by Robichaud. Loose puck behind the net, Radier. Waits, goes up top. Sent across, Roy waits, tries to get a shot off. There's Courts having a whack at it, but still corralled by Robinson. Blue line, Roy with the shot deflected, they score! And the Flyers now take a 3-goal lead. It's deflected by Radier in front. He has a shorty and a power play goal so far, making it 5-2 for Dieppe. Flyers in the zone. McFadden being pressured up. There's Radier laying a hit from behind, and that's going to get called. This game full of penalties so far. Maybe even more. Hamilton with a shove. We have a face-off going back down to the Flyers' end. And so Radier is going to the box. Gonna be for a board at just over 2.5 minutes. So Rivermen back on the man advantage. They've been lethal so far. Doing very well on specifically 5-on-3s. At the blue line waiting. Hamilton stepping up. The shot blocked by McGrath, going up high in the air and into the netting. So a quick whistle coming with that. 2:15 left to go in period 2. You're just tuning in the goals in the second period so far. It was Roy from the Rivermen, then Declan Steve from the Flyers, Stewart from the Rivermen, followed by McFadden and Radier. Every single one of those goals on the man advantage. Being disciplined, playing a key role so far. Just trying to stay out of the box Just over 2 minutes left to go, and a minute and a half still on the Meta Radi charging call. Face-off going right outside the blue line. Face-off won by Nolan, sent to his defense. Shot back in, rimmed behind the net of Robichaud, picked up by Stewart. Waiting, he leaves the zone, pass over to LeBlanc, going up the right side, up with speed. LeBlanc hits the brakes, tries to put it on net, tried to hit, was zooming right out in front towards the blue line. Sent out by Nolan's backhand. Stewart across LeBlanc. Waiting pass that just gets into the zone. Roy left off. Stewart with a shot that just misses wide and will end up into the netting for a whistle at 1:29 exactly of the second period. Still so far 5-2 in favor of the Flyers. And everyone contributing throughout the lineup for the Flyers. Only player with multiple points is Radi. He has 2 apples so far and is still currently in the box for just under a minute. Rivermen still in the zone. It's passed across, kept in. Stewart with the shot that ramps up a stick and will go high into the netting. Face-off gone right into McGrath's right. Backhanded out. That went off a mask and still kept in the zone. Backhand no looker for Stewart with the shot that just misses the net. Here's Hamilton trying to get one on net. Declan Steves behind the net. Rindle on the boards. McFadden trying to beat out his man. Curls around. Waits. Has a bit of time. Skates it out before jamming it off the boards and down into the end of the Rivermen. Less than 10 seconds still left on their man advantage. This LeBlanc speeding outside the zone. Works his way past McFadden, stepping in with a shot that just misses the blocker of McGrath. Penalty now expired. Not too much time left. The shot ramped off the stick of McGrath. Stewart out in the corner, tries to throw it. It's a laser right across the crease. Flyers now break out with speed. Working out is Jackson Steves up against St. Pierre. Curls back, pass from McFadden, and couldn't quite control the puck. Gets it back to the shot. Turned away by Robichaud. Steves had gone up and had survived a body check, but gives over the puck. St. Pierre passing over to Stewart. Stepped in behind the net is Roy gathering, and that ends our second period. So far, goals from Jaye, Radi, Roy, Declan Steves, Stewart, McFadden, and Radi again. And that makes our score 5-2 after 2. We'll be back for third period action in what's been a very intense and physical game live on the Flyers YouTube channel, brought to you by MSD. LeBlanc, Show, he ends up in the right corner before he's hit up against the boards. Declan Steves at the blue line. The shot, low shot, saved. Sends it into the zone. Skating back for it is Hamilton. And then backhands it up against the board. There's City getting blown. And then backhands it up against the board. There's City getting blown up right next to the Rivermen bench. They step back in. Here's the shot turned away by Jackson Steves, working up, making his return to the lineup after an injured thumb. He has been out for about a week. He shoots in the glove of Robert. Their play. There's just over 3 minutes left, trying to walk in with Raw. Accidentally left off. Shot from Stewart that just misses the net. Robinson being pressured up by Walsh. It's rimmed along the boards to the blue line. Waiting. Shot from Kitchen that had the blue line. Waiting. Shot from Kitchen that had just barely not made its way through. And the Rivermen back the other way. There's a shot from LeBlanc off Ruddy, who left off for Nolan. Stepping up past Jasson. Nolan working his way in. A stick has gone flying. Now working back, Jaye with a shot, blocked out of front. Flyers try to work their way back out. Jaye steps his way past courts. The shot upstairs, they score! The Flyers on the board, and that goal will go unassisted, I do believe. Behind his own net is Roy. Works his way into the corner a bit. And that waiting is two Rivermen on him. Roy across, wide open. McFadden stepping in, the shot turned away. And Legel back for Nolan. Nolan steps in, sends a light dish off to Legel once more after faking a shot. Back for Nolan, waiting, shoots, and save. Back way is Kitchen. Kitchen again, Jaye waiting, shooting, looked in front, the shot. And another save made by Roasho, and some rough stuff afterwards. Sharp angle shot, looked like that was from Jackson Steves. He then goes up to the blue line, kept in by Roy, who had to turn around. There's a shot, had taken a weird Morrison. He flips it high in the air, caught by Walsh. Walsh giving it away, out in front, backhander in front. Almost a big hit laid by Dufour on Basque, sent to the blue line. Legel has some space, uses it, walks in with a shot. Again, Blanc never got all the way through. Rimmed along the boards, kept in. Legel trying to step in. He was bodied off and taken down afterwards. And multiple Flyers accompanying them. It's sent to the middle. The shot saved, turned away by Rowe. Trying to step down again along that right side. This time he is unsuccessful. Nolan, blue line, waiting, shooting, and turned away by Rowe in front. That one just missed the right post. Nolan waits to the middle. Shooting is Steves. And stepping up McCormick. Trying to cut to the middle and send that one for Stewart. It's finally Stewart that gets it with a long-range shot, deflected right before given the opportunity to shoot. Ward trying to move it through the legs of Jaye. Gets it back, the shot just missed home before, stripped of the puck by Paulin. There's Paulin being double hit. Looked like Morrison had been there, and we'll have face-off one. The shot off the corner, LeBlanc to the blue line, Saint-Pierre. Back for LeBlanc, works his way to the middle, hits the brakes, has a shot saved and turned away by McGrone. Believe that's Jackson Steves. The Rivermen bring it up with speed. It's Roy cutting in, the shot blocked off the feet of Jacques. Starts the breakout, lays a perfect pass over across to the other side for Stewart, who tries to work his way in, and he's out. Left off for Courts to the line. Saint-Pierre trying to find it in his feet. Here's Radier skating up with speed with Hamilton. Radier all alone, the shot, score! LeBlanc waits. Tries a spinorama. Now going back the other way is Paulin with just 5 seconds left. Being pressured by LeBlanc. Boards, it's Daigle. Waiting, cutting in, going down, leaving for McFadden. From the hash marks to the blue line, Anna with a shot into the glove by Nolan and sent up along the boards. Pass to the middle to Radier, one-on-one against Courts. Here is Nolan. Radier, shot into the glove of Robichaud. The net, LeBlanc, the leading scorer for the Rivermen, put it up against the boards, blocked by Dufour. Here's a shot from McFadden again. That one glove up against the boards, pass to the middle, Nolan. He's rushing up with speed, pass Burns, going up against Courts, and Robinson looked like he had been offside. There's no one stepping in. Loose puck off the pad. Working into the face-off circle. Up for Alain. Waiting. Shooting. And that one deflected off a body and into the corner. There's Nolan for the short-handed Flyers. Missing a solid chunk of players tonight. Here the whiff shot. Potential 2-on-0. Walking up. LeBlanc stepping in on a breakaway. The shot. What a... It's the boards. Courts by Dufour and Nolan. Tristan Roy in for some assistance. Dufour trying to pave his way behind the net. Thrown in front city the shot and just missing wide of the net. Courts moving back, cutting in his corner, loose out in front, tap to the side of the before Robinson takes his place. Robinson up against McCormick. One cleanly, Matur with a slap shot. And that one cutting back, moving over to the corner. Burns deflected, it just gets outside the zone. Declan Steves unable. back for period 3 after a couple problems. Sam Nolan, he has now got his 98th point of the year. And most recent goal, it's Jackson Steeves from Robinson, now giving the Flyers a 6-2 lead. And that latest goal coming on the man advantage. Face off to the left of Robichaud. Flyers win it. Nolan battling in the corner with Ward. It's Nolan, victorious in the battle, cutting back, has a bit of room, trying to evade Walsh and go around the net. Still within the left corner, goes up for Kitchen. Back down, Sam Nolan to his middle. Forehand pass, Alain with the shot, pad save, rebound to the blue line. Sent over. Looked like that's Nolan just losing possession out to the neutral zone, getting it back from Ward. Nolan stepping in, taken down, it's flipped high and outside the zone. Dufour. Banked off the board, sending into the zone. Hamilton, rimmed around for Montrose. Kept in, Dufour, pass to the middle, trying to see McFadden. Sharp angle shot from Paulin. Back into the Flyers' end. Steeves across Lejeal. Back for Steeves. Trying to step up, taken away by LeBlanc. LeBlanc curling back to his own end. Backhander against the boards. No one there. Stepping in with it, McFadden. Clearing it down. City going up against Hamilton. They bump up against the boards. Puck still rattles around before Hamilton sends a backhander along the wall. Puck battle gets near and near to right behind the net. Rimmed around the wall. Rivermen move their way behind the net. That's taken away. Radi pass to the middle. And Rivermen now going to exit their zone. Working out, successfully angling his man Roy out of the play. That was Stewart rather, trying to initiate a rush and gets angled out. Loses possession in the process. Here's Seti, sharp angle shot, the save, the rebound. And some cross checks out in front, still loose right in the blue paint. Where is it? A Flyer goes down. That's Radi on the ice. A shot from the blue line. Hits the boards. Flyers still with it. Pass. Robinson trying to get a shot off. Was tied up. Leaves it off for the blue line for Jaillet. Jaillet steps in along to the shot. Blocked. Robinson with another try. This one doesn't get through. Looks like it's blocked off the skates of Nolan. Nolan throws it back for Alain. Waits. He's crunched along the boards, but still manages to keep it inside the zone. Cameron speeding by behind his net. Hits the brakes. Maneuvers his way the opposite side. Be kept in the blind. Alain tipped out in front, but it looks like it was Robinson just sending it wide of the net. Jaillet passing it over for Robinson, who lays off a hit. Sent neutral zone. Alain skates back, scans for his options, goes across, left off the skates of Robinson over for Jaillet, who walks in. Jaillet toe dragging, barely gets possession, loose out in the blue paint. Multiple whacks at it before it's shot outside the Rivermen zone and out to the end of the Flyers. Roy skates back, waits, banked along the boards. That one up, or for Dufour. Skating back with it is Courts. Left off for Hamilton, trying to shoot it out, kept into the zone. Pass to the middle, McFadden unable to corral it and keep possession. Flyers still managed to keep the zone, have been dominating with offensive pressure within these last couple minutes. Just under 13 minutes on the clock. Had a loose glove out in the corner. Flyers successfully win the draw, a huge part of why they are able to continue this offensive domination, winning the vast majority of these face-off. Thrown out in front, it's loose, right outside the blue paint. Rivermen still unable to get it out. Flyers moving in, it's McFadden waiting, trying to get a shot off. That looked like it had been blocked by Chesson in front. Flyers still with it. Attempted shot on net. Still rattles around Chesson and Dufour. Puck battles continue along the boards right next to the Rivermen bench. Dufour in there for the Flyers, getting cross checks from Ward. The Rivermen win the battle. It's sent out along the wall. It's Hamilton, or it's St. Pierre rather, bring it down. There's a shot from the blue line. Back for Roy behind his own net. Passing up, trying to get that for Raji. This one misses Ward. Will go all the way down the ice. Flyers now still within the offensive zone. Lejeune waiting, shooting off a boot. There's a turnaround shot from Nolan that's saved. Rebound. City had just not gone enough of it with his stick. Now making his way around the net. He's being chased by Shannon. Sent behind for Nolan. St. Pierre passing up, trying to get that one for Declan Steve to the blue line. It's out into neutral ice. Rivermen finally finding some offensive zone pressure. It's Roy sending it down. Leblanc sent flying to the blue line. Roy curling in, waiting, shooting, blocked by the legs of Alain, sent high in the air. They have wax at it to the blue line. Cleared back in by Cameron. Roy, soft dish up for McFadden, trying to clear that off for Jackson Steves. This one will go down the ice. It's Cameron and Jackson Steves behind the net of Robichaud. Roy cleared back in behind the net. Robinson. Wait. Rivermen clear the zone. Working up with it is Stewart. Along the left. Flyers exiting the zone through center. It's Giant trying to work his way through the legs of Ward. Giant stepping in with a shot. Glove down by Robichaud. And with under 8 minutes to go, it's now a 7-2 hockey game. And since the middle of the second period, after the midway point, it's been all Flyers, especially in this third period. Nolan and Jackson Steves getting the Flyers on the board. And Sam Nolan now just 2 points away for triple digits at 98 so far this season. Behind the net, Hamilton. Pass up through center, back in his own end, Lijau. Sends a quick spinning pass. Behind the net, McGrath, Lijau. Left off for Declan Steves. Passed up for Radier. Working in City, gets his stick lifted and absolutely mashed from behind from Chiasson. Behind the net, Saint-Pierre, leaving it behind him. Chiasson passes up for Basque. Anak curling back in his own end, pass through center. This one's gonna get to Cameron. Hamilton tried to pass across for Saint-Pierre, moving back to Roy. Sent along the boards. Shot back by the Flyers. Backhanded in, just less than 6.5 to go. Jackson Steves works along the blue, pass across, back to Jackson Steves, and he just couldn't find it at his feet. That's sent to the front, rebound Nolan. And off the pad of Robichaud, ever so close to his second of the game. Roy, Nolan waiting, toe dragging to the middle, loose puck before it's shut out by the Rivermen, and this will go for icing. Less than 6 minutes to go. Flyers up by 5 goals. Stream brought to you by MST. Shot from the blue line, that'll make it to Robichaud, and he'll cover. At the line, it's Kitchen. Sending it in, it'll be rimmed along the boards. Flyers will just be unable to keep it in. Jaya held the line for as long as he could. There's Bass clearing it in and then gets hit by Jaya at open ice. Jaya moving by Basque. Jaya trying to step it in. Pass across. Paulin still with it. It'll be sent to the line. Cleared back in. We got a penalty against Jaya and another whack given after. Here's Robichaud almost entering himself in the play. Here's Jaya. Here we go again. Fight right at center. Jaya goes down at center ice. And Jaya takes the initial penalty. So Jaya has the initial penalty. Again, we'll take a break. 5 minutes left to go. Final 5. Flyers and Rivermen. This stream brought to you by MSD. And the Rivermen off to a 4-minute power play double minor, extending to the majority of the remaining time in the game. And Jaya has made his way to the locker room. Maybe a 10-minute misconduct to go with it. Rivermen with it in their own zone. Poked away by Radier. Behind the net, Stewart. Emerges rapidly, curls around. Rivermen still trying to exit out their zone. Cleared in, it'll go and rim around the corner. Shannon to the top. Courts. Back down for McCormick. He's shoved off by Lejeal. Taken away. Shannon pinned up by Declan Steves. McCormick to Shannon. Back to McCormick. This one goes by him for Courts in the corner. Behind the net, McCormick. Back up for Courts. The shot deflected up above the net. Stewart unable to keep it in. He skates his way out. Stewart with speed trying to work his way in and tie a toe drag taken away by Nolan. Nolan stepping in, might be all alone. Nolan on his backhand is forced to curl around and sent to the top for Mateo Roy. And we have a penalty up against the Flyers. It's Sam Nolan heading to the box. And looking like Nolan and another Riverman headed off for coincidental minors. So Riverman still on the man advantage for just over 2 minutes. Skating back in the zone, and with it was St. Pierre. Moving his way behind his net, pass against the boards, turned over. Back for the Flyers. Robinson working his way in past Montrose. It's Roy holding the line, stepping to the middle. Roy with a shot. The save by Robichaud and the cover. Stretch pass up from St. Pierre to Chiasson, who had fallen down while receiving the pass. And that gives Lejeal an opportunity to put it down the ice. Ward behind his own cage. Steps out into the corner, then goes rink wide over for St. Pierre. Stepping to the middle, the pass for Chiasson as he enters the zone. Waits and is bodied off. There's Paulin. He sends it off the wall and down the ice. It's into the skate of Hamilton. He passes it off for Ward. Rivermen regathering. Pass. Alain. Intercepted in the middle. Again, put behind the net of Robichaud. Rivermen still struggling to get out of their zone. A pass across for Courts. Taking it off the wall, cutting to the middle. Going up against Dufour. Now struggling to get past Radier. Puck pinned him against the boards and sent outside into neutral ice. Over for Walsh. Leblanc to the middle. Taken away. Radier has makes no mistake putting it into the zone. Rivermen skating out with speed. Less than 10 seconds left to go. Still on the penalty. LeBlanc going down with a drop pass. Beautiful drop pass for Bass, who just couldn't quite get a shot off. And another penalty coming up to, it looks like it's going to be Xavier Alain on the hit on Basque. So it looks like the Rivermen right after they had a 4-minute penalty chance. The Rivermen are going to see another man advantage. It's Alain going to the box. And a lot of penalty minutes so far this game, to say the least. And leading in the game is Jamie Jaya. He has 20. And unable to get any more. Face off taken by Stewart. Radier will try to put it behind him. It's taken by Stewart. Blue line makes a nice move, barely keeps it in. Stewart stepping in with the shot, patted away by McGrath. Kitchen tries to backhand that out past Bass. Blocked in by the leg of Stewart outside the zone. Less than a minute to go in the third period. The Flyers up by 5 goals and are short-handed. Collision behind that between Jackson Steves trying to hit up Courts. It's Courts finding it in between his feet. Moves through center. Jack Courts stepping in, waits, and is poke checked. That'll be sent outside the line. Cleared back in behind McGrath. Kitchen left along for Lejeune. And he'll make no mistake, and that's all the way down the ice over for Robichaud. Robichaud waits, leaves it off behind his net for Shannon, and it looks like he'll hold or come out, make a pass, and that'll end this hockey game by a score of 7-2 in favor of the Flyers. Catch us for the next game, the 15th of March. It's the Flyers and the Hawks on the Dieppe Flyers YouTube channel.